Going on, action figure collectors? Today we have a review for the Valaverse Action Force Arctic Steel Brigade. This one was a big bad toy store exclusive. Finally got my shipment in today. I forgot I had it on pile of loot, so I got a couple that came in. I'll review those over the next few days. They'll pop up on my YouTube, so stay tuned. But I'm really digging the change of the box to this card. Definitely very reminiscent of the action figures we used to pick up off the shelves back in the 80s and 90s for G.I. Joe. If you know, Action Force was basically the UK version of G.I. Joe. This company, Valaverse, Bobby Vala acquired the Action Force name, and he used to work for Hasbro, and now he's doing Action Force. So let's go ahead and get this off the card back and take a look. Alright, so I got it off the card back, and the reason I didn't want to damage it because I like to cut these out and put them in with the accessories, same thing I do with classified. I'll cut out, I got these baggies, the big bags for figure, then the smaller bag for the accessories, and I'll cut out the artwork. In this case, we have file cards. So I can cut out the file card, and then they have flag points, well, obviously action points, but obviously goes back to flag points of G.I. Joe. So I feel like I did a pretty good job of cutting it off. And then here we go. Here's in the plastic, so it's really packaged well. So there we go in the package, and I'm gonna go ahead and crack them out. All right, so here we go with the figure. And if you know, Steel Brigade was acquired by Valaverse because Hasbro let the name run out on the trademarking, so Bobby picked up for Action Force, and now Steel Brigade is called Steel Core. Hasbro did release some Steel Core. I haven't gotten any yet, but I'm digging these. So this is the Night Ops version. And then this was the original Kickstarter version, the one that came with the gold faceplate, the gold head. We got this Arctic one, and then we also have a desert one that I'll review later on. Accessories, you got the pistol in here already. So, pretty cool. Looks kind of futuristic, but it's a cool little pistol there. Fits right in. And yeah, it's repaint, but whatever. I love these. These are good troop builders for your G.I. Joe team, since there aren't too many army builders, troop builders for the G.I. Joe. So he's got 2 mags right here. And then he's got a knife back here. So those already came on, probably for packaging sake, to make the packaging better. And that's one thing that they do really well, is accessories with the Valaverse. You have all these hands. He's got 2 hands. Normally they put the fists on them by default, but you got 2 fists. And then you have like these open hand type hands, like almost like a karate style, I guess. And then some more like holding hands, trigger style, I guess. So you got basically 4 sets of hands, which we'll probably never get from Hasbro. And then yeah, the rifle's the same, just repainted. It's a cool rifle. And then a white stand to match, which doesn't help if you're OCD like me. I'm not having all these different color stands, and it's huge. So, but he's got four pegs on it. But I use these because you can see size difference. It just takes too much room, and you can put the file card right back there. So that's a cool feature. If you wanted to display the file card would go right back there. So that's cool. I don't do that. I like to have these smaller stands. And actually, I'm going to have to move on my Action Force to a different shelf because I'm running out of space on my Joe shelf. And then here is the figure itself. Take a look at articulation. So it's gonna be like your typical classified Marvel Legends, etc. So we got movement and ankle there, up, down. Okay, so we got the movement right, left, lower leg movement there, double jointed knees, upper leg movement. It's got good leg movement in general. I bet these are probably all made out the same factory over there in China, like with the Hasbro Classified, etc. Hands, you see, hands pop right out because they're swappable. I don't see any wrist articulation like the newer Joes. And of course, double jointed elbows, upper arm movement here. Slight butterfly, but you got that butterfly in there. And you got full movement there in the arm. Then you'll be able to get it up 90 degrees. Of course, this vest is going to block a lot of movement. It actually has like a right-left movement there. And then, oh, you got torso movement here. You can actually shift his torso. He's got a pretty good right-left. I can't remember if I guess they had it too, but it just feels smoother there. And then, yeah, pretty good movement there in the torso too. Then head movement, right, left is fine. Up and down. So yeah, I mean, his figure's got really soft movement, even though he's got this big old vest on. But as you can see, it's just a straight up repaint. But to each its own, right? These Arctic, they were too cool to pass up. I kind of wish I would have bought more now, but I don't really have too many Arctic figures. I mean, we do have the Arctic bat. But yeah, I'm digging just the colors on this. Let's go ahead and take a look at a different angle here. So here he goes, all geared up on his stand, looking solid. Almost made me want to break out the white fluff from Christmas because we don't have snow down in here in Texas right now, or rarely ever. But here he is, geared up. Man, I just love these Steel Brigade figures. One gripe I would have is the rifles are really stiff. They feel like super hard plastic, and then sometimes with Hasbro they're too bendy. So just finding something in the middle where it's still solid, not too bendy. The Hasbro's getting better at that, but yeah, these rifles are really, I mean, if you have any Valaverse, it's really tough plastic. Almost feels too tough, but it's a cool rifle nonetheless. And here we go with the trifecta, plus I got another one on the way. But man, these things are just awesome. If I mention, these stands come from Amazon, but just, man, these things are just some really good figures if you're looking for a good troop builder. And speaking of the rifle, looks like this one, yeah, I almost broke it because it's just the plastic is so tough and doesn't really have too much give. So I've just about broke that one, apparently. Just realized that on the other rifle. But as you can see, it's repaints. They just got to do something better with the rifles there. And the main question is always, how do they size up a classified? Absolutely perfect. You will not go wrong getting Action Force figures to add to your Joe collection. Some people are just hardcore Joes. Me, I don't care if they'll blend in. I will blend the universe together. If you've seen my collection, I'm gonna do a video just on my G.I. Joe classified set, but I've blended so many different figures in there, from Marvel Legends to Black Series to ninjas, whatnot. Speaking of ninja, there's my Sub-Zero that I use for my ninja display. He's more of a true 1/12, so that's why he looks smaller, because he's on that 6-inch scale. And then we have a newer Marvel Legends Hand Ninja. So again, Marvel Legends, he's in my ninja display as well. So Valaverse mixes in well with the whole 1/12 scale. You know, the 6-inch-ish figures. When you start getting into the McFarlane and the newer McFarlane stuff, is more like 7 inches. Yeah, that's a little out of spec. But yeah, guys, there we go with the Valaverse Action Force Arctic Steel Brigade. Go get them. This one's a big bad boy, big bad toy store exclusive, so hopefully they still got them in stock. Can't get them from the Valaverse site since they are big bad toy store exclusive. So I definitely recommend checking out the Valaverse. They're definitely great additions to your G.I. Joe classified lineup, display, shelves, etc., whatever. But I'm digging them. Like, comment, subscribe. JJ out.